Hey, just very quickly before we head into this video, I want to mention that I recorded this in November 2019. This was my trip to London for the Google CTF finals. I have already released the first part of this trip as a vlog quite a few months ago, and I've procrastinating editing the others. So now I finally did that. So if you are interested in the whole trip, make sure to check out the first episode. It's linked somewhere below in the description or so. And otherwise, enjoy this video and a few more that will follow about that trip. Okay, in 5 minutes I have to be in the lobby because then we will walk to the Google office. And so I have to pack all my gear here into the suitcase to carry with me. This here I got from Masato Kinugawa. If you remember, that's the guy who found the Google search XSS in one of my videos. When he came to Germany for a meetup, he brought me this as a gift. I didn't have breakfast now, but I heard Google is all about the free food, so I hope that there will be snacks, or I will just wait for lunch. Okay, let's go. I will be almost too late. Look, this is my setup today. It's a lot more crazy. I got now the Gorilla Pod on, and I have a shotgun mic, as well as, if you see the green light there, so this is also against my lav mic. And then I connect these two, because they are mono, connect these two with here the splitter to get the stereo signal in there. And then I can later in editing separate those lines, and then I have the shotgun mic as well as the lav mic. Oh, 2 minutes too late. Finally made it to the Google office. Let's head in. Oh no! Thank you.
You are all here invited because you are one of our top bug hunters in the VRP for Chrome, Android, or Google. And this event started several years ago, mostly being about just hanging out with you all and getting to know each other. So you all have presentations or something like that. Some presentations are like 5 minutes. 3 things I have to start with. The first is confidentiality. So everything that is happening today is only secret if the speaker asks you that it's secret. At the same time as this event is happening, there is another event in the other room that is students. It's a training for students. And we also are going to have the CTF here tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, which means that there's going to be like 100 or so people around. We paid last year altogether, including Chrome and Android, $3.5 billion, and this year we will significantly exceed that. Okay, so one thing that happened recently is that we launched something called the GCP prize, where we're going to give $100,000 to one reporter that finds the best bug related to GCP. The only caveat is that we want it to be a public write-up about it, and the bug must be reported in 2019.
Hi guys, I'm Natasha Fabrai. I lead the Chrome VRP program. And before I get started, could I get the Chrome researchers to stand up? Just wanted to thank you guys for coming out and submitting bugs, and it looks like William too. Thank you guys. And probably last but most importantly, we increased our reward amount, so we are paying more money this year. So any bugs submitted after the end of July, so if you submit one today, you get the new reward payment amounts. So I'm going to now introduce Jessica, who will be talking to you about Android.
I'm going to take a minute.
Now we have to run away because we talk about NDA stuff. He makes sure that we don't film anything about it. We close the door. And I stand right there. While these bug hunters get now some further introduction, we will head to another event that's going on in parallel called Init.G, which is for like students and school people, I guess, for younger people. So we will check that out now. By the way, this is Gadget Overflow.
Hi YouTube. So today on Gadget Overflow, we are looking at the Google On Hub device.
So the students will also get some courses in binary exploitation. So that will be kind of interesting. Okay, let's step out just for a minute because I feel too awkward to vlog in there. But yeah, so the students are slowly arriving. And when they arrive, they will just get a quick introduction. And then the room will be split up into binary exploitation and general talks, I think, about, I guess, security. So yeah, let's check it out and get some impressions of it. I know this guy.
Nice.
He's actually my CTF teammate. Subscribe to John Hammond.
3 points. Number 1, be curious. Like, learning always pays off. So whether that's at university or on your own, learn wherever you can and whenever you can. Number 2, rejections are hard, but they happen to everyone. Think of them as one step closer to your dream job. And then lastly, but most importantly, never ever give up, ever. Make use of all the knowledge that we have in here. So we have the knowledge of like Google engineers, we have bug hunters here, we have CTF players here, we have YouTubers here. So embrace that and make use of it.
It always seemed a little bit magical to me how, you know, you could take this really long string and then suddenly somehow you're just running code. How does that even happen?
Where when you enable it, it will scan all of the application on your phone, and if this application is not known from us, then we will upload it on our server.
This is like kind of the lobby area of the Escal8 events. So nobody is here right now because they are listening to talks over there, and the students are also over there, so there's empty here, and we just try to find something to drink.
It's the famous Gadget Overflow.
Okay, so over here there are some other talks happening.
And we have a 10-minute break now. So see you everyone in 10 minutes back here for the next presentation. Thank you.
Damn, they have a break.
You had full admin access to that too. Because the token, when it generated a token to the admin panel, then it let you generate a token to that too. So you had full access to all of that. And it literally is that easy. So that's how testing is generally done, like how I do it in G Suite, because you just put another ID of another organization and see if it works. And the reason this worked is because there was a whole new UI change. I found out something really interesting yesterday, actually. So me and Callum were talking, and I'm gonna like show you another bug here. So G Suite has a whole bunch of apps, right, that admins can manage, like Gmail, Drive, and Hangouts. And on Hangouts, when you edit it, you can like decide if logs are enabled, or I don't know, the other, like if video recording is allowed. Like it's multiple settings. So that went through a new UI change, right? In January, I think, early February, and it was the same exact issue. The new UI, all you had to do was put the ID of another organization, and you could completely alter their settings.
Wouter is the bug bounty hunter that I made the video with for Google about the Google Cloud Shell. So he will be talking probably about that bug as well as other stuff. So it's quite exciting, especially we will see him. So he's getting mic'd up right now. And this is the car and plane he bought with the bug bounty money.
I had the opportunity to do an interview with LiveOverflow. Hi Fabian, he's in the back. If you get the opportunity to do an interview with him, I highly recommend it. It's great fun. It's a pleasure to be able to learn about what he does, and I hope I get a chance to learn about what you're doing.
So this is the area where the CTF will be set up. So we had the talks here earlier, and it will be prepared, I believe, later today for the CTFs that will then happen tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.
I also wanted to mention that GeoHot did pretty much the exact same thing a few years before me, so this is basically a lame copy of his work with different blocks. And so our story begins with WebAssembly. So this will be fast. There's the cross shell, and it will try to get into this process, and now it got in there and downloaded the drop, and now it's trying to get root here. So it got root, and now it restarted the UI in order to change the wallpaper. Okay, so this is one part, and now it needs to get persistence, so shutting this thing down. So it will take a bit of time to get persistence, and then it restarts UI again to change the wallpaper.
How long did it take you?
It was 5 months.
Looks like they are setting up the CTF area now, so that looks pretty cool. Some custom cool design features. And I think I'm heading over now to Init.G again and check out what the students are doing.
Okay, we need to investigate into the receiver. Okay.
So ECX now contains the pointer to that without having the intersection. Right. And so this exact trick is used a lot in shell code.
But I guess if you have like Google Wi-Fi, they've already started to push out an update to prioritize Stadia traffic if you have Google Wi-Fi. So like, I would be surprised if there's other stuff that they've changed in the network infrastructure to make Stadia like the priority.
Yeah, and that's stuff you won't be able to see from the outside. When you keep in touch with the Googlers, they are willing to share this kind of stuff with you, and that's really helpful.
Are you giving
LiveOverflow?
Yeah.
I saw you on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Nice to meet you. You are a CTF team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which team?
LiveCat class.
So this was the control room where they are recording the talks and control the cameras and everything. Look what I found on the store. It's Gadget Overflow. So right now I'm hanging out in a room that is next to the CTF area. This is typically where speakers would prepare if they present on the big stage in that room. So there's just like a couch, some plants, and even a mirror for makeup. So, you know, maybe I can record a makeup tutorial here. It's now almost 5 p.m. so most of the day is already over. And I just wanted to tell a little bit about what I did today. So in the morning we walked over from the hotel to the Google office here in London, which is a huge building and it looks really modern, it looks really awesome. And when you come in, like you have this huge lobby, looks really cool. So the whole thing is kind of called Escal8, and then there are 3 different things happening. There's the CTF going on, which I'm mainly here for. Then there is VRP, the Vulnerability Rewards Program. That's where the bug hunters doing their talks, and those were the people that I hung out with during the first day in Bletchley Park. And then there's also Init.G, which is this event for students, where they flew in students from all over the world. I talked to somebody from the UK, and I talked from somebody from, I believe it was South Africa. So yeah, they were invited here from all over the place, and they get a course in binary exploitation and also Android app reversing and security issues about Android apps. That's something I haven't covered, for example, on my channel, so that's pretty interesting. Also, a couple of people recognized me. It still feels very weird, and I don't really know how to behave, but any person coming up was really pleasant, and everybody was super nice. So I guess it worked out well. So you also saw that they were preparing the CTF area. Also, the first CTF teams are arriving today, and so a couple of them got office tours through the building. I choose to not go on an office tour because I worry that I like it too much, and then I kind of want to work for Google also. I know many people criticize that there's like everything here, you know, you can do sports, there's massages and play VR. Oh yeah, I played VR today. Yeah, so okay, so this typical Google stuff, you know it, you have seen it, you have heard of it. Yeah, I'm a total sucker for that. I like that, so I worry if I see too much of this office, I kind of want to work there, so I choose not to expose myself to that, so I keep doing what I'm doing. I'm also starting to think about like what these videos will be like, because I don't really have a plan. These videos are not paid by Google. They just invited me, paid the hotel and paid the flight. So I'm free to do with the content I'm recording whatever I want to do. And so I'm wondering, will I do like just like daily vlogs, or will I cover like VRP and CTFs and all these different events in a separate video? I don't really know yet. We will see. So when you watch this, you will know. And other than that, today I had a lot of conversations, especially with the bug bounty hunters, because those are the people I've connected with now more. So we just talked about like the type of issues that they are finding, or you know, questions related to the talks they have been giving, and yeah. The only problem with this event here is that they always start like at 8:30 in the morning. Oh my gosh, this is way too early. I'm getting so tired already again, and it's just 5 p.m. I believe the talks are over soon, and then we will be heading to a restaurant and have dinner again. I don't know exactly who will be there, if it's like for the CTF people as well, or only the bug bounty people. I start to lose track about with all the schedules and things that happen in parallel, and I don't know where I'm supposed to be, so it's like super complicated. But yeah, we will figure it out. I really want to kind of interview and talk to people on camera, but it still feels kind of awkward, you know, I don't want to pressure anybody. Some people are camera shy, even though like this is complete scuffed here. This is like completely amateurish. You know, this looks maybe like a scary camera, but I have as little clue as the person I would be filming. So like we are kind of in the same boat here of not knowing what to do. I'm also not really good at interviewing. I can just edit it later to that it looks great. Like the Wouter interview for the Google sponsored video. During the interview, it was like not like an amazing interview conversation. I didn't like had the perfect way of asking questions, but afterwards I'm able to like edit everything to make it sound smooth. So it would be the same experience here, but maybe some people are intimidated by that. But yeah, I would like to get some conversations on camera. Hopefully I can do that. Oh yeah, also I met Gunvile today in person for the first time. He is as I expected him to be from knowing him from his streams. So I was looking forward to that and happy to have finally met him in person. But yeah, most of them are very busy, especially right now because it's the final setup stages for the CTF and they need to make sure that everything works, and they seem to be pretty busy right now, so I haven't talked a lot to him. I have a really good time and I don't mind like filming stuff, but I do hope that the other people at this event don't feel like uncomfortable around like this camera. I asked as many as I could like in conversations how they feel about being on camera, and so far nobody said they don't want to, but I still don't want to like be too into the face. So I don't know, it's difficult to film at hacking events. A lot of places, for example, the CCC has very strict no photo and video rules, and some conferences have that as well. So some people really don't like this, and I don't really want to annoy anybody or get angry at me or so for this kind of reasons. Okay, I just got a message that we will be meeting at 6 p.m. in the Google lobby here, and then we will take a coach. I believe that's British for a bus. And we will leave at 6:15. Then we have a short ride to the restaurant. And remember to wear smart shoes if you want to party at King's Club after. What are smart shoes? But it's not an issue for me because I won't party. I wonder what I need to do with the gear. So let me show you what's going on here in this room right now. So I've set up a lot of stuff in the room. There's like a microphone. This is actually the microphone that I use to record my videos. It's plugged into the Zoom as an audio interface, which is then plugged into my laptop. This laptop also has an HDMI cable attached here with the cam link to record like the screen of some people. And I brought this suitcase here with the gear inside. I mean, it wasn't full or anything like that. It was just a way to transport it here. There's a light standing there in the corner. So yeah, it's a little bit of a mess in here. But let me show you the other sides of the room. There you can see the makeup mirror that we could use maybe to film a makeup tutorial. And I don't know whose stuff this is, but there's some Android on there. So I assume it's from a Google person. So I think I will now head out and try to find Eduardo and ask if I can leave the stuff here overnight. I don't know what the policy regarding that is. And other than that, I will probably just take my laptop and the camera with me because those are the most expensive things. But I guess that also means I won't be partying afterwards. I don't know how the others do that because everybody's here with their laptops, and if they would want to go to party, they would want to put their laptop somewhere. Are they heading back to the hotel before leaving? I don't know what they are doing. We will see. I will figure it out somehow. Those are CTF organizers, probably fixing last minute stuff. Not many people around here anymore, so I assume most people went back to the hotel or so. I don't know really what to do now. Okay, I decided to quickly run back to the hotel and drop all my stuff off so I can go without having to carry all that crap. Especially if we go so far away. I don't know if we have to walk back, and maybe I do want to hang out a little bit with the others after the restaurant as well. So yeah, I decided to, my gosh, I need to learn. Okay, I don't know the fuck that I'm doing, and there are people all over this place. So I think I will pack away this camera now. Okay, give me 1 second.